Player T, that's me, Hollywood in the hood.
Player T.
Yeah, I know y'all were expecting a few other people to join us tonight. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it. Big shout out to Erin Hazley. You know, she's the basketball coach over at Euclid. Well, they got a new game added to their schedule, a preseason game, I believe it was. And she had to reschedule till the 29th. And then we had another guy, Mr. Marvin A. Hayes Bay, the author, with a really great book. We hope he's okay. You know, we haven't heard from him. But the show don't stop. You know, we come with the impromptu show because it's always important to drop jewels. You know, it ain't about entertainment all the time. And that show wasn't going to be about entertainment as much. It could have been. You could have looked at it as entertaining, but it was informative, just like tonight. Of course, we got the great brother Bud with us. You know, we're so lucky to have him join us. You know, what's up, Bud? Now, I know we wanted to talk about nationality.
Yes.
You know, because a lot of people, you know, when you talk about nation building, you got some particular nations that, you know, they got a certain code of ethics, certain way. And if it's not like that, then you're not a part of their nation. So that begs the question, do they work with other nations? And then it begs the question, you know, just how big is your nation? Because a nation means national or worldwide. You know, so, you know, Brother Bud, we wanted to speak about that earlier.
Exactly, Player T. You know, and you know, speaking of nation and nationality, you know, it all creates culture, Player T. You know, culture is your DNA. You know, that's your way of life. That's your way of existing.
Right.
You know, you know, and your culture is very, very important. You know, and we notice that right here where we're located when people come from another country, you know, you see their culture, you know?
Yeah, we had a young woman, a woman that came from Africa.
Yes.
Come and kick it with us for a while, you know, and took her last breath with us, but, you know, she made an impact in the community, a tremendous impact, even made specialized one-on-one garments. You know, that was her specialty. You know, she made me some unbelievable hats, you know, that's nowhere. You can't get it in the stores, baby. You know, so when you see me out and you congratulate me in it, just know that's a one-on-one, and it was a special lady, and that was her culture, and she was from a whole different nation.
Yeah, she just walk around with her sewing needle with her. Then
yeah, she had her equipment with her. She had her equipment. She would do it on the spot.
Yeah.
You know.
What was her name?
You know what, man, boy, you done put me on the spot. I bet you a lot of y'all know her. I don't want to speculate the name. You say, oh, Player T, you forgot. But it's been a few years, you know. It's been a few years since she's left us. But all I know is, regardless of the name, I know the soul of this woman. You know, she was a beautiful person, man. Very beautiful. You know, to come from where she did and be able to mess with us like that. You know, the name will probably strike me before the end of the show. Some of you all may know who I'm talking about. So if you can, you know, hit us up on the site. Let us know if you remember the name. But
man, I wish I did.
I wish I did too. I want to say Khadijah, but you know,
it might be Khadijah.
It might. I want to say that. And you know what's funny? Because I met a woman today. And she ran into me and she was like, Player T, you know, I need to come on that show. I came down. I think she was talking about her. You know, I'm not sure. She mentioned the name Khadijah. So we might be right on point. I'm not sure. But the fact of the matter is she was a beautiful soul.
And she can sew.
And she could sew, man. She put them. She had me a karate suit together. You know, I had the pants and the top. I got a picture standing in front of Hollywood in the hood with that on. It was a blue. You don't remember that suit? It was like a blue karate suit. I told her I wanted something to bring her culture to me, but I still wanted to be close to what I'm used to.
Represent you. Huh?
Represent me. and she came up with this great idea and concept. And at the end of the day, it was a beautiful uniform. But it looked like a karate suit. But I was proud to have it. And I wish I still had it to this day. I don't know what happened to it, but yeah.
Yeah, great lady, man. I remember her just as well too, you know. you remind me of what happened to her constantly, and I don't remember.
Do I?
You know,
I mean, I just started talking about it recently because we were thinking
did
about
it several times.
Okay.
About since I've been home.
Okay. Okay.
You know, you mentioned.
That's the impact she made. You know.
Yeah, it's invisible, but it's very visible to you. You know, and you express yourself with the, what you sing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and without any doubt, she was a great seamstress. You know, I mean, unbelievable. And she wasn't from this country, right, T?
No, she was from the motherland. Don't get the motherland. That's where she was from. You know, the motherland. Yeah.
Exactly his motherland.
Hey, the continent of Africa. In case you didn't know, where all nationalities come from.
Well, definitely all nationality comes from wherever the people in power told me that it came from. You know, I really don't know where it's from, man.
Well, let me remind you that they keep digging up bones, and they not of a European nature. Okay, so all nationalities came from you looking at them. You know, the original man, you know what I mean?
That can be a true thing. It feels good to know that, I do have something to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all
it's just that you wasn't there yourself.
I wasn't there, man. I can't be a witness to it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what the brothers do. Talks about a lot that works around here also. I want to, shout out to the Muslim brothers.
The Nation of Islam?
Nation of Islam.
Yeah, big shout out to the NOI, man.
Yeah,
Nation of Islam. Big shout out to Brother Roland and, and all his team, at the CDC. They're growing exponentially by the day,
No doubt about it. Them brother, they take their own
resources,
money, own resource to put what we have together,
And let's be frank, working a job and then coming here doing that.
Work a job and then come here, Player T. I mean, these are all dark-skinned brothers that everybody talks about no good. They
Yeah,
some of the things they say about dark-skinned people,
Yeah.
And I don't know if that stuff exists, but what I'm finding out is that these brothers are well put together.
Yeah.
Well put together.
Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan, Malcolm X and all them dudes laid a great example,
Yes, no doubt about it. They I don't know if they taught them how to put ceilings in and do floors and stuff. I don't think they did, T. I mean,
okay.
Maybe they did, but the ethic of
the work ethic.
Right.
The discipline.
The discipline, and unity that they do.
Yeah.
They preserve. Present. It's unbelievable. These brothers is unbelievable, man. I mean, they just want to. And by the way, November the
8th.
8th.
Yeah, the cookie. About to talk about the cookout.
The cookout. Yeah, they giving a cookout.
Fundraiser.
Right, a fundraiser. At the address is 11023 Superior Avenue. And they're having chicken,
fish. Yeah, fish. Then meals like $15. Y'all can come out the pocket for that.
Man, just come and I'm gonna spend money.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of them fish dinners.
Do whatever it takes for me to help them.
Yeah.
And because I never seen dark-skinned people the way that these brothers are. I never thought that it exists. They're unbelievable. They're so together. Listen, brother, y'all are together, truly. Y'all represent or y'all are or whatever it is.
Well, let me ask you a question. Anybody in their own nationality that's other than the Nation of Islam, would you advise to work with them brothers and to build with them brothers?
I advise. Would I advise them to work with the Nation of Islam?
Yeah, because you speak so highly of them.
Is from the brothers that I have seen and worked with, doing work, after they leave a job, these brothers, yes, I would advise them to work with them, and because they, these guys is not just regular guys, they come here in Cadillac trucks and all kinds of stuff. And people call me, what y'all got, a Cadillac truck? What you brother? I'm like, no, that's my dude, I mean, he doing work here, Muslim brother, so they real, man. And I think that our young dark-skinned brothers and light-skinned brothers, all young men should take heed to these brothers, man, because,
Do you believe that people outside of their belief can achieve some of the same things, having unity, having discipline,
It's a universal law. It's not just something that was made up by Farrakhan or somebody. Okay. Farrakhan operates under the law of the universe, And I hope that I'm saying the right thing to you, Mr. Farrakhan, about you, but, that's where I see it, because how can
that's
a
where
man,
I see it too.
Yeah, how can a man
be so impactful and influential for so long without being up under the laws of the universe?
It's impossible, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, without, man, the laws of the universe, man, is it. And these brothers that comes up here, and sisters not there too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of sisters comes up, dark-skinned sisters.
Okay.
I have light-skinned sisters, present, but none of them came up here with the nation sisters,
Right.
But the nation sisters do be up here. Let me rephrase that. The Nation of Islam sisters, because all sisters are part of a nation.
Okay. Yeah. You got sisterhood.
Right. There you go. Light or dark.
Light or dark.
Yeah.
Fatherhood.
Yes.
Light or dark. Brotherhood.
Light or dark.
Light or dark.
And you know what? Now, Farrakhan talks about a lot of things, but he is the most, to me now, only to me, he is a raw example of a real man,
Yeah.
Besides you, PlayaTshow.
Well, hold on, but I gotta say, like, I really respect Mr. Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam and all guys that are up under the guidance of the laws of the universe. Exactly. But I must say, a brother like yourself is not too far from that same cut of cloth.
Thank you.
The things that, Brother Bud and the Coleman family, with Bud at the head of his family, you only read in those type of Bibles from those organizations.
Exactly.
The Torah, the Quran, the Bible, with some of the practices that you live by.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing that the Reverend lives by. Same thing that you live by. Any great man, they live by those laws, of the universe.
Yeah.
Like you say, you're lawless if you ain't living by the laws.
Yeah, you lawless if you're not living under the laws of the universe, baby. Yeah. And how you can tell that you're not? Because you're going through all these trials and tribulations with no answer, with no end.
None at all, man. No, what'd you say?
No answer and no end to it in sight.
Yeah, no doubt about it, no end. Ain't no end in sight, nowhere. And every time you see them, every year or every month or every week, the same old thing, man. What somebody's doing to them that they can't see,
Otherwise known as pointing the finger.
Pointing the finger. Don't point it at me. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the rain, the sun. Yeah. But whatever you do, don't blame it on you.
No, we have to look in the mirror. It doesn't serve you well to point fingers.
Yes, it doesn't.
Because you allow what happens to you, either through your ignorance or through your personal desires that lead you to where you're going and where you're at.
Yes, yes, that's real, fair to you. You know, I mean, but I don't know. I don't know about us as dark-skinned men, dark-skinned period, man. I mean.
Say you don't know about us.
As far as, you know, the true essence of the makeup of, and I'm one. I am that dark-skinned man.
Right.
But am I educated about me? Do I know about me? I can't say I do, T. You know, I mean, I know some things about me, but as far as, you know, knowing,
yeah, you know you like a certain food.
Yeah,
you like,
right.
You like to live a certain way.
But I don't. Yeah, right. I know those things, but knowing the true essence of me, and I hope that I'm not offending anyone or deterring anyone, like my kids or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, nephew, you know, and all that. You know, I hope I'm not. But I'm only telling you the true essence of life. You know, and it can be very tricky. You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what tomorrow gonna bring. You know what I'm saying? Like you were just talking about the brother that's supposed to be on your show.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know what tomorrow will bring.
Right.
You know, only thing you can do is keep yourself in shape. You know, keep the laws. You know, because that's what keeps you going.
Yeah.
You know, that's what gives you what they call the willpower.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
It's laws of the universe. You know, you know, and I said that because these brothers got the willpower like a champ, G. I mean, they got the willpower, and you know, and I know what willpower is because, you know, we started from way down there somewhere, didn't we, man?
Yeah, we started from an idea.
You know, yeah, an idea, but just an idea, yeah, concept. You know, and now, you know, we got, you know, kids that, I mean, not kids, but they was once kids, but now they're adults now.
Yeah.
You know, and they doing it, you know, and they enjoying it.
Right.
So we as human beings, as we are, we need to support anything about not just dark-skinned people, but human. And I know Farrakhan tells you about a lot of things about light-skinned people, you know, but I'm glad that I haven't met those kind yet. You know, I'm glad.
Are you so sure about that?
Well, I'm not definitely positive.
Not saying that you pointing fingers, but are you totally sure about that?
Well,
because there'd be some people that would beg to differ, and I'm one of them, to be totally honest.
Well, you know, I done heard about them from people like yourself.
Okay.
You know, I done heard of them, but do I know them? No. You know, I mean, I don't know them. I mean, not personally, but, you know, I don't know the answer to that, you know, I mean, but I know what done happened in my life, and most of the things that done happened in my life was because of, you know, whoever it may be, you know. Do I remember who the because of? No, I don't remember who the because of.
That's not so important?
No, that's not, because you don't want to say he looked like you, you know? You know, you don't want to say that, you know? You don't want no blemishes, you know? You want to say it was, no, he don't look like me. He look like he look like that. You know that man over there.
He might look just like you.
That's who it is.
Mike said, "Look, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. It can't get any clearer."
Yeah, it's the man in the mirror, and he never lied. Mike didn't lie. He said all he asked him to do is change his ways.
Change his ways.
You know, and everything else will get better.
Yeah. I hope that didn't go over a lot of you all's head, man. You know, because it's tough to look in that mirror sometimes, man. It's really tough to look in that mirror.
You don't want to see that monster that, you know, that's in that mirror. You know, because he's truly a monster.
Yeah.
You know, to me he is, you know. I mean, the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror, whoever you're looking at in that mirror.
Whoever you're looking at in that mirror, man, it's your reflection.
It's your reflection. It's a monster, man. I mean, it's dictating on how your life truly is.
Yeah, it could be your super ego, it could be your ignorance, it could be your desires and passions.
Yeah, education.
Education, period. What you've been accustomed to, what you was raised by.
Yes.
What you were raised under, raised around.
Right.
Your life experience.
Exactly.
The way that you live every day.
Exactly.
Your culture.
Yep, that's you. That's you, and all you got to do is look in that mirror and face him or face her and let her know that all you got to do is change your thinking. Get to know that person. Know more about that person. You know, because that's who we really don't know. That's when we constantly, I would assume, you know, try to wear the most expensive clothes, and because a lot of culture, Player T, they make their clothes. Matter of fact, we got places here in Cleveland right now make their clothes.
Yeah, that goes back to what we were saying earlier. The woman, she made her clothes. When you see her, when you seen her travel through out and about, what she had on, she made. She didn't go to the department store. There's nothing wrong. I'm not gonna knock nobody that likes to go and shop and do things, but we got to keep things in perspective. Like, who are we not to feel good about ourselves if we don't go partake in that stuff? Are we to feel less than because we don't have Phil Knight shoes on?
Yeah, right. Somebody else's stuff.
Somebody else's stuff. Are we to feel less than?
Yeah, and that's the only thing that's happening to the dark-skinned man. He feeling like he's less than because he don't look like somebody. I mean, how could it be?
And a lot of women got it bad like that, man, where if it ain't going down how they was schooled, how the television tell them it's supposed to be, then something's wrong.
Man, something's wrong.
You know?
You know, but it's all in their head.
But it's all in their head.
You know, some cause them to make it up, or something happened in the head. I don't know what it is, man. You know, but I hope one day we all get it together in our head, man. And you know, and live that life, man, that God created for us to live.
No matter what nationality you claim.
Don't matter none of that.
You know, because like we said, it's brotherhood, sisterhood, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, and they all come from different parts of this world. They all. You got people come from, name any place.
To be totally honest, Mr. Farrakhan do talk about that brotherhood, and no matter the nationality, all he adds to it, the caveat of, you know, they have to come amongst us for a long period of time for us to really truly know their essence of where they coming from, you know, where they're at mentally. I'm talking about people other than your basic nationality or your culture that you deal with. You know, they have to come under a study or review by yourself for a long time to get to really know if they're really in your favor.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
So I'm just going to put that out there. It ain't like Farrakhan ain't never spoke on that level about that.
No, that brother been all over the world, man.
Greeted by all kind of nationalities.
All the kind.
You know, all kind of people, you know, with loving arms.
Yeah, he was talking.
I mean, I've been around the world and was greeted with open arms.
Yeah, you know what? I ain't been around the world, but I've been places that is part of the world, you know, and, you know, like, the country that's very close to this country. What is it, Canada?
Mexico, Canada.
Mexico. It was Canada I went to. You know, and you know, you'll be amazed what's in Canada. You know, I mean, you will be amazed, man. You will go up there. I can't think of the name of the city now.
Montreal, Quebec.
It might be. It might be Montreal. It's Montreal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's closer to the States than any other country, I think. But anyway, in Montreal, there's tons of dark-skinned people. I mean, unbelievable amount, man. And they live like Americans, you know.
How did that, when you seen that, how did that affect your thinking about the world? Like, did that change you?
Absolutely. I mean, I thought the world was, you know, controlled only by light-skinned people. You know, everywhere you went.
You quickly came up out of that, guys.
Yeah, oh, heck yeah, man. I found out that it wasn't true, what I seen, man. I mean, you got to go, listen, people, y'all got to go to Montreal, you know, and see for yourself. You know, I know it sounds like it's a joke or whatever, but go to Montreal. Go to, what was that, Canada?
Yeah.
Go to Canada. It's another country, you know, and you'll find out the true essence of Canada. You know?
Prime Minister Trudeau, we just gave you a shout out, baby. So when I hit Canada, it better be all love, you know. You know what I'm saying? It better be all love, Minister Trudeau. You know, Canada's finest.
That's his name, Trudeau.
Yeah.
How's he doing with Canada?
I guess, you know, people in Canada, y'all really need to give us your input. Message us, let us know. Hit us up on the socials, hit us up here on the site. Give us the real timeline, like how you feel about that, because I don't want to pass judgment on you. But I think, you know, I think they're doing an excellent job being an ally of the United States.
The United States do take care of them. Tremendously.
Tremendously, man.
Yeah, heck yeah. And I think that's one of Farrakhan's biggest, you know, discussion is how America take care of light-skinned people and not take care of dark-skinned people like they take care of the light-skinned.
Yeah.
You know, all this stuff is being created by various people, man. I can't say by light-skinned people, you know. And of course, there's people like yourself probably would say that the light-skinned people, you know.
Well, I think there's a people in power, and I think it's like out of 100% of people, I think it's like 10% of the people that are in power that control the 85% of the masses, where you got a few percent, maybe the 5%, it could be a few more that know and observe what's going on and speak their truths and live their laws according to the laws of the universe. You know?
Well, the laws of the universe then is unity. You know?
Right.
I mean, that's the law. You know, that is a law. But if it ain't universal, most of the time it's separatism. You know?
If it ain't universal, most of the time it's separatism. That is so true.
I mean, that's what I think now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I mean, who gonna come together with a bunch of people that hates them? You know? I mean, who gonna do it? I mean, come on, man. Farrakhan was barred from traveling. He couldn't travel. You know, I mean...
Barred from traveling.
From traveling, like jumping on a plane.
When was that? Oh, no, yeah, well, you talking about back when Gaddafi was living?
Yeah, all the people that told me couldn't travel.
Yeah, he caused static. I don't think he couldn't travel. I think he couldn't accept certain gifts.
No, they wouldn't let him on their plane.
But
so how is he gonna travel now if they won't let him on their plane?
Anybody that have better knowledge than I do, please call in, message us, text us, email us.
The nation do got some planes, huh? Is that what you're saying?
or a hookup, a brother from another nation, a brother or a sister from another nation.
Don't talk about it much.
Yeah, you know, because hold on. I mean, you got brothers in the Nation of Islam that got brothers of another nation that's in support of them. That's not beyond measure or vision or sight. That's a reality that I know, personally.
Yeah, and definitely true from my understanding.
You know, so,
what you're saying.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, they didn't have a bow tie on, but they were in the corner of the guy with the bow tie on.
It can be a nice sight, you know, to be around people with a bow tie on and have, you know, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough.
We're not making fun of nobody or nothing like. We're simply enlightening you that, you know, do introspection, do self-reflection.
Yes, you got to.
You know?
Got to. You know, if you don't, you're gonna get caught up, and that's it.
Like over in Africa, right? I've been seeing and studying that, you know, they take women and they manipulate the clitoris. They'll cut the clitoris off. They do all kind of things to the women, so the women won't. They call it under the guise of where they won't just be out having sex, like kind of like the culture in the United States. But I don't agree with that. To me, that's separatism. Like a woman was born with what she had on. Who gives you the right to say, nah, that ain't, you were born with that.
Yeah.
So that's separatism to me.
Definitely.
You know, that's separatism. And just because they're over in the motherland doesn't make it right.
I ain't hear about that, but that's terrible, man.
Yeah, look it up.
You know, I mean,
they mutilate certain parts of the female body in certain countries.
Now that's a sin for real.
And I just don't understand how that's, you know, that's religious. I'm not knocking what anybody does. I need more study about that is what I'm saying.
It's right in the
But it seems to me that it's separation.
Yes. That's terrible. She was put here to multiply.
Put here to multiply. They said, well, PlayaTshow, she can still multiply, but she won't have the desire.
Oh, that's what they do. They take the desire away?
That's what it's supposed to do. I don't know. Ask somebody who's been through it if they still got the desire or not. I don't know.
I don't know.
You know?
I mean, I never met a woman that did not want to, if they didn't produce, or leave a production behind.
Or to fight like it is right now with reproductive rights in America. Should you have an abortion or not? That's up to that woman. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like I'm getting into politics or none of that. Your politics is your politics, and I respect that. But again, to me, that's separation. If you don't let a woman decide what she wants to do with her body.
That's terrible, man.
I mean, it really is. Like, help me study. Give me more reason to lean your way if I'm wrong. You know, help further enlighten my study. Because I don't want to seem like I know it all or know anything about it. You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
think you know all of it.
No, I don't know. You know, I really don't, man. I don't know if a woman should be told, no, you can't have an abortion. They said, well, what about if I was raped or incest? Because you got politicians in Ohio right now running and standing on the fact that whether you were raped or incest, you can't have an abortion.
Really?
Yeah. Look it up. Right now, it's a guy running. I don't want to say any names. Look up the candidates and what they stand for. That way you ain't got to blame PlayaTshow. I think it's one of those two. Bernie Moreno. No, it's Bernie Moreno to be exact.
And he's being supported.
Yeah, he got some support.
Man.
You know, but that causes separation in amongst people.
Yeah.
It causes division. That's a topic, that's a thing. You know, where's the nation? We call ourselves a nation, a proud nation of Americans or what have you. Where's the unity in that?
Man, I don't think there's any unity anymore.
You know?
Because right now, they got a lot of stuff going on that I object to. You know, I mean, lots of stuff. Especially clarity like that. Same-sex marriage.
Same-sex marriage,
Man.
or men get the transgender and then be able to go into women's sports and play. Y'all seen that not too long ago? The man boxer, he portrayed himself as a woman. They sanctioned it, and he had a fight, and he doggone knocked the woman's head off in the match.
Yeah, oh yeah, he can.
They allowing men to transgender and then be in women's bathrooms.
Oh, that's big out.
So you're a woman and you race into the bathroom with your baby girl to take her to urinate, and it's a man in there.
All he's doing is being promoted to rape her.
That's not funny. That's not funny, but it's serious. You know, it's serious. Stuff like that do happen. You wonder where it comes from. Why is it being bred? How is it being bred? Well, maybe just stuff thinking like that. Separation, man.
Pure separation. Well, you know, I want to say thanks for inviting me on your show too, Claire, tonight, because what we're talking about is very important to me and to my family, and I hope to your audience, you know, because that separatism is really dangerous out here, you know. I mean, we need people, man. We need each other. And I know we got terrible people out there. They can be dark or light.
Right. Yeah,
you know?
For real. I seen them.
Yeah.
I can't point too many fingers at the European all the time when I seen them dark-skinned devils.
Man.
I seen them dark-skinned devils.
Man. You
know.
Man. I mean.
I might even been one at a point in time. You know. But it's called growth. It's called maturation. It's called vision. It's called hope. You know.
Hey, kid, you gotta have hope, man. If you ain't got hope, or what's that? The willpower to move on, man, to greater things, you know.
Yeah.
To improve your extension on Earth, you know.
Right.
You know, because a lot of people live in, you know, short time on Earth. Man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
A lot of people taking themselves out.
Oh, man,
causing their short time to happen to themselves.
That's big, you know, I mean.
Following someone else's path for you.
Yes. You know, like you know, someone came into here today and said to me, PlayaTshow, he said, are you taking your medicine? I say, I don't know. You know, why should I believe man? Believing man is keeping me present on Earth instead of believing that it's that force, it's God, as I call him, is keeping me here because I'm under the law. I'm under the covenant of God. You know, I mean, and you know, and this was just asking me, have I been taken? And I didn't know the answer, you know, and I told him, I say, I'm not expecting for man to keep me living, you know. I mean, he passes away too, so what I would expect.
Who, the doctor that prescribed?
Whatever the man is.
Whatever the man,
has,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I have to understand that, and you have to believe like Farrakhan believed. You know, he's not racist. People say that he's
racist. He's not racist.
You know, and all this stuff. No, he's not racist.
Just like I don't believe Donald Trump is racist.
None at all, man. Them brothers living their life, man. And
they might have a particular way of how they see things, but I don't want to.
We all do.
We all do. I don't want to say that they're racist.
No, I know they're not racist. You know, especially Donald Trump. And
Minister Farrakhan not racist either.
Farrakhan is definitely not racist. He just trying, I don't know what he's trying to do, to be honest. I'm not a Muslim.
Okay.
You know, at all.
Okay.
You know.
Are you a righteous brother? Would you consider yourself?
No doubt about it. They call it, I want to consider myself a Christian or a Baptist or something. I want to consider myself a groupie of those ministries. You know,
Judaism,
Jews, you know, and I learned this here today, and listening to Farrakhan about how the Jews have just robbed the dark-skinned man. Now, I have to do more research on that.
Yeah.
You know, but in all reality, yeah, I want to classify myself as a Jew because of the prosperity, the prospering that I have seen the Jews go through in life.
Right. You would love to take on that characteristic of that nationality.
Exactly. You know, because I haven't seen nothing come out the other, you know, Christian and Baptist and all this. All I seen was what I seen. But I'm around 99.9% of them every single day.
Okay.
You know, so I don't want to get bombarded by them at all.
Okay.
So what I'm saying to them is that I am one of you, you know, but my invisible soul, as I call it, is under the laws of the universe, man.
Yeah.
You know, but my present is under, not under, but I'm with you. You know, I understand you.
As a human being.
Right, as a human being.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know a lot about a lot of things, but being a Jew or classifying myself as such, as close as I can, without imposing on other people's belief, you know, I enjoy that, man, because, you know, it helped my prosperity, you know. I mean, I prosper, you know, great dearly. I mean, and a lot of things, man. I mean, I got kids that is.
You know, it just amazes me, man, because when I look at all those theologies, ideologies, and faiths and beliefs, they all say great things, right?
Yes.
But then at the end of the day, there's war.
Pure war.
So you must ask yourself, what are we deriving from these things?
Yeah,
because who is better than the next?
Right, who is?
You know, if at the end of the day there's war.
And
after saying all these great things.
Right, yeah. And really, player T, who really knows? Who done went to the end and came back and told us what it was?
Man, my mother and father passed away, and they love me dearly and always want to give me guidance.
Man.
Since they've been gone, I ain't had one intervention from them.
Nope.
That I can call, that I can say was from them. Now you'll have some people attribute things to them as your ancestors and that belief and everything. Okay, cool, but normally my experience has been when you're gone, it's over.
I truly believe that it is over, T.
Unless you leave a legacy. How you did that, Henry Ford. He been gone, but we talk about him every day.
Every day.
Every day, and he been gone.
Never met him before.
Never met him. Never met him.
I know about him.
But I know about him better than I do my own family tree.
Come on. Yeah, of course you do. I do too.
How did that happen?
I don't know my great-great-great-granddaddy, man.
But you know Henry Ford.
I know Henry Ford. Yeah, I know him. I know him. I mean, he built this, he built that, he got this, he got that, he got a foundation, he got, man, these dudes, man, that's what we got to do to the dark skin, and I think that's what Farrakhan is doing. You know, he trying to give you, how would you say, a value in life. He's trying to, I think now, that's what Farrakhan is doing because...
Yeah, I believe that wholeheartedly too. He's giving you value to your life.
Yes.
by enlightening you to who you are in relation to everything that's positive in this universe.
Right, exactly. Because we think we're worthless.
Yeah, that's what we've been tricked to believe.
Tricked. Yes, we've been tricked. But how can, like you said, what was the percentage that you said?
The 85% been tricked by the 10%.
Yeah, if it's that many.
If it's that many, yeah. No, we talk about that all the time. You got the Europeans that's in power, and they project this power and strength like they so huge and magnificent.
Huge.
So when we go to speak of our own power, we get intimidated. Well, we can't do this because you got the F-35s.
Yeah.
You got the M1A Abram tanks.
So they say.
You got the AK-47, the frogmen. You got all this, the Navy SEALs.
So they say. They say they got everything, man. And I know it's so they say because
we got the aircraft carrier. And guess what we do? But
I mean, I haven't seen it, So
I've seen it, okay?
But they also crash too now.
Not only do they crash, they're operated by human beings.
Yeah.
You know?
So. I mean, what is it that? Come on, man. I mean.
What are we saying? Are we saying we're afraid?
What are we saying? All I'm saying is that. Keep on waking up. That's what I'm saying, PlayaTshow.
Keep on waking up.
Keep on waking up, and moving up.
No matter what your nationality is.
No matter what it is.
No matter where you reside in a nation.
For real.
Keep on waking up. Keep on adding on to your positive existence and everything about yourself.
Exactly. And educating the kids the best that you can do.
Yeah.
And quit sending your kids to a strange person to teach them.
Well, okay, I feel that, but I really do, because then you get what you ask for, right?
Exactly.
But if you're the parent and you're uneducated, you're gonna do what uneducated parents do. They possibly gonna bring you around somebody that do know some stuff, or can communicate the stuff that they couldn't communicate.
Let's identify what is uneducated.
Okay.
Are you talking about people that hasn't been educated by another group of people?
Right.
I mean,
right. What do we call that? Right. Yeah. Is that non-educated?
Yeah. Man, come on, man. That got to be non-educated because you don't know yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know how many nominations around, whatever they call it? You got Jews. You got Christians, you got all these denominations, man.
Man, you got 150 plus countries in the world.
Yeah. And you know what, I'm going to tell you something. Now, the biggest countries, this is what I found out, PlayaTshow. The biggest countries, I mean billions of people, what I found out is that they're national believers.
What do you mean by that?
Islam. Or
so are you saying those things are secular and confined to a certain geographical location?
No. What I'm saying is that is the dominant force that's on this earth.
Okay.
Of believing.
Okay.
In the true essence of the creator of this force, of this universe, and why do I say that? Well, because I was in prison, and the dominant force there were Islam. Really, and
the dominant force was Islam.
Islam, yes. As far as when I say force, I mean
what people were mostly into.
Believe, yeah. Believe. And everybody's into it.
Okay.
Everybody got to have a force that controls them.
Whether they know that force or have anything to do with it is a whole nother thing.
Yeah, it's a whole nother thing. They can't confirm that.
Right.
But
in other words, somebody could put a battery in your back, baby.
Well, that's what they do to the head. That's the battery in the back. They put the thought and the understanding and all that stuff in your head.
Yeah.
And they bring it to reality. And you start to believe that it's real.
You become an agent.
Yeah, you become an agent. Yeah.
Yeah.
You become a lot of things, man. I mean,
Yeah.
You become, I mean, I don't
Y'all seen The Matrix? It was tons of agents.
Yeah. Yeah. The Matrix was real.
Yeah, The Matrix was a great film, man, that really opened up your eyes. And big shout out to the sister that came up with that concept and wrote that movie. Maybe y'all can remember who her name is. It escapes me right now. But I had a long conversation with her. And she came up with The Matrix, The Terminator. It was like 3 movies in one that the networks broke down. They stole it from her, broke it down into 3 different movie franchises, and she later sued and won. You know.
She won that case?
Yeah, she won that case. She
man,
won. Did she get paid yet? I don't know. We have to catch up with her. But she won that case. You know, she had brought it to, I believe it was Sony. If I'm wrong, don't hold it against me. But she brought it to the major movie houses, and they had her coming back. According to her, they had her coming back several times, and they was questioning her about her movies, and they was trying to get her to rewrite some things, and then they stopped answering her calls and stopped inviting her down to the home, to the studios. Next thing you know, they came with 3 different movie franchises based off what she had written as a whole.
Something like that.
Yeah, and she won her case.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, not winning, because winning to me is in her situation means cash.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, that's she won a judgment. Then she was supposed to get cash.
Yeah. Winning a judgment is.
But are you saying she won in life because she was able to articulate her vision?
Well, she definitely won in life. Man,
okay.
Because, you know, I mean, you got people out here living her vision right now.
Yeah, you got people out here living her vision right now.
Yeah, they live it. It's becoming reality. It is reality. Yeah. You know, I mean...
They made a mockery of her, too, because they had a character in that Matrix movie called the Oracle. That's a person with vision. Yeah. And she was the person that had the vision. Yet they went ahead and added that to the script. You know, the Oracle.
The Oracle. Did Neil talk about that or something?
No, the lady, she spoke to me about that. Yeah, Neil, you're right. Neil went to go talk to the Oracle.
Right.
Right. Yep. And it was a woman. The Oracle was.
Yep. There's a lot of stuff they find out about a woman now. If she wake up, especially the dark-skinned woman, and realize her power, it would empower the dark-skinned male.
But if I'm to be correct, you always been a proponent that dark woman at least gets that power from her man.
Well, she get the desire of, I think.
Is her desires activated? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think now.
Because every human being has something in them.
Yeah.
So to activate it, maybe the male needs the female and the female needs the male.
Definitely, but each one need each other, you know.
Yeah,
without any doubt.
Yeah. I ain't say man or woman because we know men can be manipulated into being a woman, or a woman could be manipulated into being a man. So I say male and female.
Yes.
Because that's our true culture, our nature at its core.
Right. And I truly believe that's our missing link too, is understanding the order of
male and female.
Female.
Yeah, you are. Cause that stuck with me ever since you made that observation to me. I had to be like, yeah, you're right, because you can be manipulated as a man or a woman, but a male's nature is a male's nature.
It's a male's nature.
I don't care how many drugs you put into the system.
None of that
I don't care what
matter.
body parts you cut off.
Man, none of that matters.
A male is a male, and a
is
female is a female.
And a female is a female. How can you change it?
How can you change it? That's the law.
That's the law.
That's a universal law.
Man, come on, I don't know. But you got some smart guys out here, smart people being educated to be content.
Yeah.
And they're trying now, but once again, PlayaTshow, I have to get up out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not rushing myself.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the time to,
No, it's a great conversation. I mean, we started off, we were going to run a repeat, and, we wanted to express ourselves.
Right.
And it doesn't matter the length as long as you got the message.
Right. And I hope they did get the message that we are the one that has the power, and quit giving it to people.
That's a great point to end on right there.
Yeah.
We got the power and quit giving it to other people, man.
Yeah, quit giving it to them,
Quit letting stuff rent space in your head that ain't paid no rent.
No, ain't paid nothing.
Ain't paid nothing, man.
Just tell you.
Or just take from you.
Or just take from you. You know what? And that's another thing, T. I mean, I don't know, and you might not agree with this. I don't know what, especially if they're talking about a light-skinned man. I can sit up here and claim a lot of things that was taken from me by a light-skinned brother. I can claim it now.
Like time?
Yeah, time, yeah. I can claim a lot of stuff, man.
Right.
I can claim that, the house that was across the street right there. The building that was across the street right there. Robin, girl named Robin, what's Robin's last name? That lived in that little house over there.
I can't remember.
I can't either. I can't think of that. But, I can claim a lot of stuff, man. But the truth will prevail, man. I mean, that was one of the smallest houses around here. But it's gone now. Now, how can the smallest around here be gone and the biggest around here still here? I don't get it no more, man. Is it because of a female without a male? Or what was it? What happened? I don't know. But I guess we'll figure it out after the show is over. It's really crazy, man. I don't get it, man. I don't know how the smallest, the largest, yeah, I guess I can. But I can't fathom the largest superseding the smallest. I don't know.
You can't imagine the largest superseding the smallest.
No, not in property, like building the houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't see that, man. Robin House is gone, man.
Well, I think it's like we said. It's about keeping the laws of nature. So it doesn't matter if you're large or small.
That got to be part of it, It has to be.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's large or small.
Yeah.
You got to keep the laws.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, PlayaTshow.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
And I'm out of here, and I'm going to say shalom, shalom.
PlayaTshow, that's me, Hollywood in the hood.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that
It beats bringing an animal.